Hey, watch it now.
When I was a kid, though a big fan of the 1967 NBA champion Philadelphia 76ers, I also became fascinated for a time with the new kids of the pro basketball world, the American Basketball Association. One big reason, they use this super cool red, white, and blue ball. And yes, of course, I owned one. The league lasted longer than most upstart leagues typically do, 9 seasons, and introduced us to a lot of terrific players who would later have major success in the more established NBA. More on that in a bit. The point of all this is to tell you that Prime Video recently premiered a 4-part series about the rise of the ABA called Soul Power, the Legend of the American Basketball Association. And it is terrific, with executive producers including the legendary coach George Karl, ABA legend and future Sixers world champion Julius Erving, and Grammy-winning rapper and actor Common, who also serves as narrator. The series, directed by Keenan Kamwana-Holly, details the upstart league's early years all the way through the 1976 merger with the NBA. Along the way, we meet many of the ABA's early stars, including Mel Daniels, Matt Calvin, Louis Dampier, and the great Connie Hawkins, the new league's first superstar who had been prohibited from playing college ball and NBA ball amid allegations he was involved in a game-fixing scandal. The Hawk was the ABA's first MVP and led those Pittsburgh Pipers to the league's first championship in the spring of 1968. There are new interviews in the series with the great Rick Barry, who left the NBA's Warriors to play for the new league's Oakland Oaks and later the New York Nets, the great Spencer Haywood, as well as with the legendary Hubie Brown, whose pro coaching career actually began with him guiding the Kentucky Colonels to the 1974-75 ABA title, helped by a pretty impressive big three of Dampier, Artis Gilmore, and Dan Issel. Those guys, who all get plenty of face time in the series, are all still around and still friends a half-century later. Of course, there's a lengthy segment on Julius Erving, Dr. J, who left the University of Massachusetts and then starred with the Virginia Squires and later the Nets in becoming the face of the ABA. He led the Nets to the league's 1974 title. Lots of great game action video of the doctor, too. Now, you might forget how many Basketball Hall of Famers spent time in the ABA. I think the number was around 20. In addition to Erving, Barry, Hawkins, Haywood, Dampier, Gilmore, and Issel, how about Mel Daniels, Bobby Jones, George McGinnis, George Gervin, Billy Cunningham, Zelmo Beatty, Charlie Scott, and of course, Moses Malone. And both Hubie Brown and Larry Brown are in the Hall as coaches. Of course, the ABA, in addition to the iconic red, white, and blue ball, also gave us the three-point shot, which the NBA finally adopted in 1979 and is now maybe too big a part of pro basketball. The drafting of college underclassmen before the NBA gave in and did so. And yes, it gave birth to the slam dunk contest.
And that fits everyone, really. Julius Erving.
Each topic is covered thoroughly in the series. Oh, you know who else got started in the ABA? The legendary Bob Costas. Fresh out of Syracuse University in 1974, Costas was hired as the play-by-play voice of the ABA's Spirits of St. Louis. There's lots of other cool tidbits in the 4-part series, like how the ABA very nearly landed Lou Alcindor, how Wilt Chamberlain ended up as a coach in the league, and other stuff we geezers may have forgotten. I really enjoyed this 4-part series. Again, it's on Amazon's Prime Video, and it's called Soul Power, the Legend of the American Basketball Association. Check it out.
I want to check it out. Sounds like it's
it
is it really good?
Well, yeah.
As good as you're hoping it would be?
Yeah, I was really impressed, really happy with it. Brought tears to my eyes at the end. You'll see when you actually watch it. But what's really great is all of these old guys have remained friends. They said they had this camaraderie, they had this bond, and like the Indiana Pacers from back in the early 70s still get together today, the guys who are still around. Julius Erving talked about how he and Darnell Hillman, used to compare afros, and Hillman gave Dr. J tips on how to make his afro look better. It was so great. I get a lot of old video of the league. The old Kentucky Colonels owner, Miss Ellie Brown, she's interviewed a lot in it. So really, really good stuff. They almost did have Lou Alcindor coming to the ABA. George Mikan had this offer out there. He was the commissioner, but he ended up screwing it up at the last minute. So Alcindor said, "No, heck, I'm going to go to the NBA," and the Bucks took him. The rest is history. We forget about Wilt coaching the San Diego Conquistadors for a season.
Yeah.
That didn't go well. But yeah, I really highly recommend it. It's less than 4 hours in total, and it flies by. Really, really a fun watch.
All right. Hey, Ken asks if Jelly Bean Bryant played in that ABA. I don't believe he did.
I don't think so. No.
I think he came right out and went to the Sixers.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we'll have to check it out. It's definitely on my list.